When most of us think of sacred sites, the usual suspects come to mind. Stonehenge in Great Britain, the Great Giza Pyramids of Egypt, the Red Rocks of Sedona, Arizona in America's Southwest, and let's not forget, the Wailing or Western Wall in the Old City of Jerusalem, Mecca and Medina in Saudi Arabia, Costa Rica's Irazu volcano, and Mount Shasta in California. Now, there are dozens, if not hundreds, more special places where the physical and spiritual worlds come together and reveal cryptic knowledge and, many claim, heal the body, mind, and spirit. For years, filmmaker and esoteric scholar Freddie Silva was fascinated by the world's Gothic cathedrals, which are secretly encoded with information by the Knights Templar.
Cathedrals such as those at Lichfield and Chartres were built with two unequal spires, each encoding the mathematics of the moon, the female principle, and the sun, the male principle. By their very nature, the spires create two slightly different axes, which in turn generate a vibrato effect on the resonance inside the cathedral. This creates an interesting effect in the human brain. Since the human brain is electromagnetic, any excitation of surrounding vibration can facilitate the mind towards altered states of awareness. The effect is amplified when a person stands upright in the nave. The crystalline structure of the spine acts as an antenna, facilitating the vibration of sound on the body as it reverberates throughout these purposefully designed buildings. At the time of their construction, Gregorian chant was the preferred style of pop music, and the frequencies inherent in this particular form of music are known to increase human brainwaves by as much as 4,000%. This technique allows the soul to soar beyond the constraints of the physical world and communicate with the invisible universe, what some would call God.
Freddie Silva's question was simple. What secret technology lies behind these sacred spaces, and for what purpose? Prepared to experience 8,000 years of, quote, practical magic, as Freddie Silva takes us on an exhilarating, sweeping journey to some of the best known and many of the lesser known sacred spaces on the planet. Ancient temples and cathedrals, mounds, Neolithic rock formations, crop circles, even the human body itself. Let's connect with the invisible universe and watch this clip from Standing Stones from his film Stairways to Heaven.
Weighing as much as 200 tons and moved hundreds of miles across difficult terrain, Standing Stones stand where they are for a very, very good reason. Throughout the Iberian Peninsula, standing stones go by various names. Anta, from annotare, meaning to mark or locate. So, just like an entrance or an altar, what exactly are they marking? The stone needles go by the name Betilu, whose Semitic origin, Beth-El, means house of God, hence Bethlehem, a striking similarity to the origin of church, which derives from kirkos and means circle and house of the Lord. Like the Freemasons, the Neolithic architects were very fussy about their choice of rock, and whether granite, dolerite or schist, the material contained a very high content of quartz, the raw material used in today's computers. In other words, the rocks were both conductors and storage devices of energy. They were erected throughout the world by the thousand and programmed by master craftsmen as antennas for tuning in to the invisible universe. Modern dowsers have discovered how these stones, indeed all sacred spaces, mark the crossroads of invisible yet measurable pathways of magnetic energy.
I love this stuff. Let's watch one more from Stairways to Heaven, this time on how sacred geometry played a big role in building the ancient Egyptian temples.
In ancient times, the planets were honored as living beings, each attributed with specific vibrations and functions. The Greeks called them acousmata, the acoustic ones, demonstrating how sound was also understood to be a fundamental creative force. In their study of the planets, the ancients noticed something else: how an invisible glue enabled each of the planets to relate to one another in a harmonious way. When they calculated the mean orbits of the planets, they realized this order was based on orderly geometric relationships. And they called it sacred geometry, for it indeed reflected the order of the world of the gods. The ancients deduced that to bring the harmony of the heavenly machinery of the gods into the physical world was to anchor on earth the benefits that came with an orderly universe. The Egyptians were masters of this craft, encoding sacred geometry throughout their temples. Each sacred site was designed to create specific resonant environments. Some were used for healing, others for altered states of awareness, even the manifestation of energy itself.
You can watch Stairways to Heaven in its entirety on our sister station Oasis TV on demand, on cable, satellite, and fiber TV in the United States, and worldwide on mobile devices, smartphones, and of course, online at oasistv.com. Filmmaker Freddie Silva was truly a one-man band, producing, directing, and writing Stairways to Heaven, and he even composed the music himself, except, of course, for the sublime interlude underscored by Handel and Vivaldi throughout this remarkable production. Stairways to Heaven is based on Silva's book, Secrets in the Fields, hailed by many as the most comprehensive book ever written on crop circles, and Commonwealth, The Origin of Sacred Sites and the Rebirth of Ancient Wisdom. Currently based in the state of Maine in the American Northeast, Freddie Silva is a lifelong student of earth mysteries and lectures extensively throughout the world. You can visit Freddie online at cropcirclesecrets.org. Crop Circle Secrets. Say it 5 times fast, and we'll be back right after this.